Hi Vats.
Hi Arun.
It's a long time with the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we are having one more interesting topic of discussion, which is false ceiling.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of clients ask for false ceiling, and they want to know in detail what
Yes.
false ceiling is. So, can you brief me about how exactly the false ceiling is planned and executed?
See Arun, generally let me start with the beginning. Why false ceiling is required in the first phase? The false ceiling generally what happens in most of the apartments, the builder might have provided just 1 or 2 points in the ceiling. So for us as an interior designer to give additional ambience for the living room or for the foyer or the dining with the limited light points is very difficult. So what we do generally is to conceal all the wires, we come up with some concept called as false ceiling, wherein all the wires will be recessed inside the gypsum board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one thing you say is to hide the wires.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the value addition for the customers that's being done using false ceiling?
Yeah.
Or do you have any pictures to
Yes,
show? How
what I
it is?
have done is I have done a documentary so that the clients can understand it more properly.
Okay.
So I'll just brief you the stepwise procedure. How do we
Okay,
do
that's
it?
very nice.
See, first we begin with something called as a channels.
Okay.
Okay. To conceal all the wires and to withstand the strength of a board, we put something called as a channels. And once the channels are done, and then we do the electrical wire using this flexi pipe.
Okay.
So if in future also if there is any problem with the bulbs or the switches, by using this flexi pipe it can be easily done.
Okay.
So after that is done, then we come across with the concepts wherein we will pull out all the wires, and based on the planning as per the client requirement, whether if you have to lit the wall or whether if you have to lit the particular space, then based on that we will provide the lightings there.
Okay. Okay. That's really good. You took a lot of images. All these are done by you.
Yeah, wires only different. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay, I see a different material here.
Yeah.
You said board.
Yeah.
So can you brief me about what this board is exactly?
See, this particular board is actually it is called as a gypsum board.
Okay.
It is basically made out of plaster of Paris. The board we generally use is of, in our company we generally make it a practice to use it Saint Gobain. Otherwise also there are different brands available in the market
Okay.
by which we can use this particular board. And in generally other than residential projects, if you talk about commercials, right, we use something called as grid ceiling
Okay.
most of the time in offices, commercial spaces.
Okay.
Yeah, and in theaters and all, it is the acoustic boards.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So this is a different material. What I see in the picture.
Yeah. Most of the time, what happens is, in case of residential houses, right, we always want to use different materials. See,
Okay.
most of the time, clients have a feeling like, do I have to use only gypsum board in my ceiling? No, it is not restricted to only gypsum board. We also use wood.
Oh.
We also use glass in the ceiling. Sometimes we use fabric in the ceiling. But most of the time, long term, we suggest wood. This is one of the wooden false ceiling which we have done. These are mostly called as rafters in the ceiling.
Okay.
And this particular ceiling is called as a floating wall.
Okay.
Floating wall is nothing but a concept of a false ceiling which we generally take it from the wall and also take it to the ceiling.
Okay.
So if you can see here on the wall, we have created actually basically is a TV unit which is
Okay.
floating to the wall. And this is one of the bedrooms. So here what we have done is we have given a strip light. I mean lighting part I think we can cover it in one more video.
Yeah, sure. Lighting is again
Yeah.
a interesting topic. Yes. Oh,
See,
this
this-
looks very good.
The most
Sort of.
yeah. See, what we have done is we have divided the living and the dining with the pieces of squares here.
Okay.
And then if you can see here, it's a small place. Always people seems to be very boring in the bedrooms and everything. So we always want to make it more interesting as much as possible.
Okay, nice. Another interesting question. Do you really suggest false ceiling for kids' bedroom?
See around, it depends on the kids.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, but still what I would like to say is for the kids bedroom, I think we should make it more interesting as possible.
Okay.
See, otherwise the kids will be generally boring, and the minute they see the cars on the ceiling or the stars, the glitter seals on the ceiling, they will feel more interesting and more fascinating about their room, and they would like to go inside their room.
Yeah, it would
That's
add on to
it.
their imagination. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice. Do you have any pictures for that?
Yeah, I think I have one. This is I think I'll just show you one of the kids' bedroom which we have done. Yeah, this is a butterfly
That's a
ceiling.
butterfly, okay.
Yeah, butterfly with one of the wings on the ceiling and the other wing on the wall.
That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So, and what's the average lifespan of this?
See, false ceiling again, it depends on the maintenance also, Arun,
Okay.
as far as it is concerned with the residential project. Once the walls, if it is not exposed to any kind of moisture or dampness, yes, definitely there is no problem for 10-15 years. If there is any problem like dampness or the moisture, then the client has to take a little bit precaution about the walls and the ceiling.
Okay.
And as far as kitchen is concerned, if the chimney and everything is done properly, then only we personally suggest to go ahead with the kitchen false ceiling. Otherwise, better to avoid false ceiling in the kitchen.
Okay. Okay. Good. And another question I have here: will these false ceilings be rat infected? And do you have any,
The
do you have
most,
any
the
plan?
most interesting and common questions asked by any other client. Arun,
Okay.
good to come up with such a question. See, what we generally do is in residential projects, we always try to avoid the depth of the false ceiling. One is because already the ceiling height which the builder would have given is very less. And moreover, most of the time, these rats and all those pesticides will stay in that places only when the depth is more.
Okay. Yeah.
And also the way we designed is, the way we have to design it is we have to cover it from all the four surfaces so that there is no chances of this rodents coming inside.
Okay.
So it also depends on the planning.
Yeah. So you don't give room for them. Okay, that's good. So what's a feasible height usually for a false
See,
ceiling?
generally for a residential false ceiling, we can bring it down from around 6 inches, 4 inches. Max is around 6.5.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. That's really very good information, I think. So just to conclude, guys, the information, the brand that we use or that we suggest to go on with Saint Gobain, it
Yes.
gives a very
Yeah.
good finish and a long-term durability.
Yes.
And we suggest the height should be 6.5 inches maximum, starting from 4
Yeah,
inches.
the down
And,
level.
yeah, don't give any room for the pests. And going on, the advantages or the value addition that false ceiling does to your home is it gives a very good lighting effects, and it gives a wow feeling
Yes.
for everyone in the house.
Yes.
So that's a very good discussion about false ceiling Vats.
Yes. Let us come up with the lighting video very soon, guys. Keep watching us.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you. For more videos, you can subscribe to bonito.in, and you can find a lot of informational videos like this. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, bye bye. See you
Bye.
guys.